All right, in today's video, we're going to talk about the coaching adjustments you should be using in Madden 25. If you're new to the game, pay attention because I'm going to try to go over what's going on these coaching adjustments because they're going to be crucial if you're running like zone defense, right? Or you're trying to match up properly with speed. Before we get into it, drop a like, subscribe if you're new, become members, full scheme breakdowns in the members area. The dime 3-2 is going to drop probably tomorrow. So be ready for that. We do have the updated wild trips passes, which is the formation I use religiously, man. I don't want to give you guys something I don't use, and then I'm going to start dropping other popular schemes for you guys that from around the Madden community. So stay tuned for that as well. All right, so right off the bat, we're going to go ahead and look. We're going to click the right stick in, by the way. If you don't know how to access the coaching adjustments, you take the right stick and you click it in and you'll see them right here. So defensive coaching adjustments, this is going to be crucial. Now I need to come back and use my auto alignment because I can't go baseline from the quick adjustments whenever I come out on the field. So I have to remember that as I'm playing the game because it's just something that you have to relearn. Me, because I'm always doing it within the play because sometimes I'll baseline, sometimes I don't. All right, so auto flip defensive play call. The CPU will flip your defensive play to best match the offensive formation. This is going to be true if you're running cover 3 a lot, okay? Because you want that middle third to align properly. Let me give you guys a brief description. Let me go ahead and turn this off, okay? And then let's go ahead and go to a cover 3, okay? And then let's pick one that's like cover 3 cloud. You see how the 3 blues, you'll see where that middle blue is on the left side. And then let's go ahead and pick got a trips formation in here. Trips Pats, yeah. Okay, so we have trips pat, and then we're gonna go ahead and put the play. I guess we really want to like a verticals, man, but it is what it is. We'll just show it this way. Now, here's the mistake of turning auto flip off in your coaching adjustments. Ideally, what you want to happen is you want this middle third on the side of the trips formation. So where the 3 wide receivers are, because he's going to be able to play the formation a lot easier, okay? So turning this off could be detrimental to you slowing plays down because all you did was open up the middle of the field for a seam route, okay? So now you have to worry about that, okay? And not only do you have to worry about that, since you're rocking the hook curls, the underneath routes will come open, the drags and stuff coming across the field. So this is why auto flip is so important. So I just flipped the play and now the blue switch properly, okay? So that's going to be something that you need to think about when you're running auto flip. And if you're running blitzes like me, what I typically do is I will man up the inside receiver even if my blue's on the left side. So right here, understand what that does to your defense, all right? It primarily affects cover 3 the most, but it does align your people to where they need to be. This brings us to the auto alignment. Now you can leave it on default. The defenders will align according to their default alignment rules, meaning that if you're running a tight formation, I'll explain it here. We're gonna go ahead default. Let's go ahead and run a cover 2 man, and we'll run it from nickel wide. And now what we want to do, we want to run like a tight, okay? So tight formation like this, we'll run it, okay? Now let's look at our defense, okay? Our defense, you'll notice that these guys on the edge, they're close to the receivers, right? They're lined up properly. It's auto aligned. Everything looks nice and sweet because these guys are where they need to be. But now let's go ahead and change it to the base adjustment. So let's go ahead and come here. We're gonna go to base. Defenders will align according to their base formation position. And we're gonna come right back to the same defense, nickel wide. Let's run the same tight Y off. And let's look at the defense now, okay? Now you're gonna notice that these guys are in the base position, meaning the base look for nickel wide is gonna look like cover 4, right? Because no matter what defense you pick, they're always going to align up to their base position. They won't auto align, they're gonna play their base position. So they back up. And this could hurt you when you're trying to run man defense and you have it set to base because these guys are gonna get cooked. If this guy on the dot right here, number 84 runs a drag, you're cooked. Same goes for the right side. If the tight end goes on an out route, guess what? You're cooked. You're already beat at the beginning of the play. So know the difference. Now, when do you want to run base align? Well, if you're running blitzes like the way I do, it's going to be detrimental to your setup. Now you can run man to try to hide the zone defense, but you have to understand that EA, the coding, sometimes it'll mess up your defense and you're gonna get cooked. So beware, okay? So base and default are typically the only two that I'm gonna be using. Quarterback matchups, you can go by speed, but you have to remember and understand that if you're facing a wide receiver who's tall and your fastest cornerback, and he's fast, right? Let's say like Metcalf, and then you put one of your cornerbacks who's short on him to match by speed, chances are with the spectacular catches in this year's Madden, you might get cooked. So be careful. This is going to be your best adjustment to use in man defense. Everything else is going to be zone. In the red zone, it's by height. So they try to throw it over your head, and you might be able to match up better by height. Okay. And anything else I don't use. I don't use route running, and I don't use the depth chart. I just go balanced or speed. Pretty much the only two that I use. I'm running zone. I just keep it balanced. Option defense, if someone runs option plays, I will change this to conservative because it will focus on the QB on the option and the kind is dive and pitch left open. I'd rather play the QB like against the Lamar because you already know people that run the option plays are going to run it with the quarterback more times than not. That's just been true. You know what I'm saying? For all of Madden, it's rare that they hand the ball off. So remember that I see that it comes to conservative. And then aggressive is you focus on the dive and pitch, the QB left open. And if you don't play the QB is probably going to score a touchdown on your forehead, bro. Now you can keep it on balance until they do it. But once I see it one time, you're not going to be able to do it no more with the quarterback. You're going to have to hand the ball off. So we keep it on conservative. Strip ball, you can use this in conjunction with, I want to say, maybe conservative and aggressive. There was a combination we used last year. Someone put it in the comments below, bro. What was the reg setup that we were using? I can't remember, but these two would synergize with each other to try to get fumbles, or it was like glitchy, man. I don't know what it is, but strip ball aggressive, higher chance for AI to attempt a strip or fumble chance. Oh, you know what I would do is I would go to aggressive here, and then tackling, I would be aggressive. Because if I'm sending a blitz, the AI defenders will attempt a hit stick tackle. So they'll hit the quarterback and then they're going to go for a strip or something like that. And typically a lot of times you could get, now the cons is the higher chance of broken tackles and fake outs, higher chance of broken tackle and face mask penalty. So strip ball might not be the one this year. I don't know how bad it is this year, but you can maybe get away with it a couple times. If you need a turnover, you can try to do that. But like, I don't know if they're going to call you for the face mask penalty a lot. They might, bro. This game, like it's weird like that. All right. Your bread and butter is going to be your flats. Okay, flats right here, your cloud, your soft squats, your hard flats, the blues. You can change them by yardage. Okay. Now, what I would recommend is if you're going to want to play a deep yards, you want to go ahead and use these flats. You don't want to use the curl flats. If you're going to use the curl flats, you want to use them to like 5. You want them to play. They'll play the drags and flat routes a lot better than a cloud flat will, but the cloud flat will play outside the numbers a lot better than the curl flats. And then the hook curls, the same thing, man. Okay, the same thing. You can set these to 5. These are the yellows on your screen. You can drop them back or bring them back down. I recommend 10, 15 at a time, depending on how many yards or if they're cooking you. So like if you want to cover the back end, it'd be 15 to 20, and then you play the user, right? And if you're going to be running a Mabel concept on defense, you can run curl flats here and 30 flats. So remember that. I'll go over that in future videos on how to set those defenses up, man. But that's pretty much it, man. This is pretty much self-explanatory. It's what I use on the defensive end. Now the offensive end, I just keep it the way it is. I don't change nothing unless I want to like, I don't want to turn the ball over late because I got the lead. I'll put my ball carrier on conservative. But these right here are your most important ones, man. Get to know them. And if you like the video, make sure you drop a like, subscribe, wait for the gameplays. Schemes are in the members area. Check them out. Love you guys, man. Peace.